Hello everyone. Once again I welcome you all to our channel Kuodifi. So let us see what we are going to make today. So we are going to make a sandwich. First of all, we will see what are the steps required for making a sandwich. So we need to take a slice of bread. That is the first step. Then we need to apply butter on both sides. Then we need to place vegetables of our own choice, whatever it might be. So it differs according to the person. And then we need to add one more slice of bread and then we need to apply butter over it. Then we need to toast it on both the sides. Then plate it and serve. So I think you are all puzzled to know why I am telling you the steps for making a sandwich. So, this is a particular task. Making a sandwich is a particular task. So, for making a sandwich alone, you see how many steps we have followed. So, here we have to note this point. The list of steps, what and all we are requiring in order to complete a task, is called as algorithm. So when we want to complete a task and if you are noting down the list of steps for that task, that is called as algorithm. Okay. So this is why I showed you a sandwich. All right. In order to show you about the algorithm, so I'm going to take you an example from code.org. Okay, so I have clicked on learn and got into the K5 courses, and then from the course catalog I went into course A and I opened this page. So in this page there is sequencing with Scratch and I'm going to take up the fifth activity. I'm clicking on the fifth activity where it gets open, so it is already built up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am erasing it. So now let us see the goal of this puzzle. First of all, to understand the goal, the scratch is present here on the top and the nut is here at the bottom. So what is the task that the scratch should achieve? It should reach the nut. That is the task for the scratch. So how to do that? If you sit with a notebook and write an algorithm for this task, especially what I said, like making a sandwich or making a lemon juice or anything, the first step would be moving south, right? The next would be moving east because it is going to go towards the right side. And the next step again would be moving east so that it would reach the nut. So there are totally three steps in order to reach the nut. Okay, this is the total algorithm. But if you see on your blocks, it is only south and east. So whatever steps you are writing, if you are converting that into a language, what your computer understands, that is called as programming. Got it? See, instead of moving south, I'm going to give only south here. Okay, and instead of moving east, what you have written, I am going to give only east. And again, it is going to be east. So all those three steps are now converted in a language what the computer can understand. So this is called as programming or coding. Okay, this is the difference between the algorithm and coding. Got it? So now we can click run and check whether it is getting executed or not. I'm going to click run now. 1, 2, and 3. Got it? Here I have taken another activity which is with the scrat and the acorn. So let us see the goal first. The scrat is here and the acorn is here. The scrat has to go and reach the acorn. So for that, if we start writing the sequence, how it would be. So you can easily see from here, there are two ways for the scrat to reach out to the acorn. The first one is either it can move towards the right first and then towards the south. That is the first sequence. Then the next sequence would be first the scratch should reach south and then towards the east. That is the next sequence. Okay, so there are two sequences in which we can reach our goal. So now let me do those sequence and check it. The first one I'm doing towards the east and then towards the south. Now I'm going to run and show you. 1 and 2. So this is the first sequence. I'm just keeping it in the workspace. Now let us see the next sequence. The next sequence is towards south and then towards your east. Okay, now again I will run and show you this one. First it is south and then it is east. so that also it reaches the nut. So if you see here, there are two different sequences where your scrat can go to the acorn, right? So for a task to get completed, if there are more than one way, okay, there are more than one sequences you can make or write in order to complete a goal, then that is called as your flexible sequence. Either a task or a puzzle like this, if you have more than one way to solve it, that is called a flexible sequence. Got it? Here I have taken this harvested activity from course B. Okay, this is for explaining you the next concept. Okay, it is available in course B and it is a third activity with a programming with harvester. Got it? So if you see here, this is the harvester and this is the corn. The goal of this puzzle is he has to walk and he has to pick the corn. That is the goal. So in order to accomplish the goal, what is the first step he has to take is that he needs to go towards the left side. So if it is left side means it is absolutely west. So the first command I'm giving as west. The next also it is again going to be west. And in order to keep his third step, again it is west. So there is one more step what we have to do here, which is pick your corn. So picking is another task. So I'm giving that one also. So this is your sequence for this entire task. So if you see here, there is only one sequence you can use in order to complete this goal. Okay. So if there is only one sequence, what you can do in order to complete this task or goal, then it is called as fixed sequence. Okay. So if there is only one way to achieve your goal, that is your fixed sequence. If there is more than one way in order to complete your task, that is called as flexible sequence. And that is the difference between both. Got it? Now, let us see the small recap of what we have seen in this video. So if you see this algorithm, first one is algorithm. Algorithm means it is the list of steps to complete a task. So for example, you can take any task like making a lemon juice or brushing a teeth. So if you list out what are the steps in those tasks, like bringing a lemon, bringing a glass, and then squeezing the lemon. So if you write down the steps, okay, for preparing a lemon juice, that would come to nearly 10 to 15 steps. We may not know it while doing the lemon juice, but if you sit and write a list, it will come up to 15 to 20 steps. Those list of steps in order to complete a task, which is making a lemon juice, is called as algorithm. Got it? Here you can take a number of examples from your general life to in the coding also, as I showed you today. The next is programming or coding. So if you convert those steps of your algorithm into a language, whatever your computer understands, that is called as coding or programming in simple ways. See, for example, today we saw moving east and moving east and moving west, which means the entire moving east list of step, whatever you have written, the same step would not be there in your computer. It would be the south or east. So you have to fix that only. So if you convert that algorithm into a language what the computer understands, that is called as coding or programming. Then comes the fixed sequence. So fixed sequence is nothing but you have only one way to accomplish your goal. There is no other way, that is called as fixed sequence. And if you have more than one way in order to achieve your goal, that is called as flexible sequence. Got it, guys? Please click on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed the Kuodifi channel so far. And please click on the bell icon in order to turn on your notification. Hit a like if you like this video and drop a comment if you have any queries and share it among your friends and family. Happy learning. Thank you for watching the video.